Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are celebrating Janet, and Janet just hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So congratulations to Janet, who is Galaxy Girl Creations over here. Now, to celebrate her, we are all scrap lifting some of her layouts. Now, I went back and found one that she posted back in February. So I am going to go ahead and scrap lift this. And I'm going to be using some Soarin' photos from Disneyland. So let's see what I can do. All right, you guys, now I went ahead and cut out a bunch of strips that I had kind of sitting around. I have a little tiny kind of folder of papers that I have that are quick and easy to grab when I want to do an airplane layout. And since this is an airplane layout, we're going to go for it. Now, in Janet's layout, she did place these strips across the page. She had, I don't remember how many, but she did have strips across the page. They were separated out from each other. They had a little bit of a gap. Now, with her layout, it was just those strips, and then she went ahead and finished creating the rest of the layout. For my layout, I'm actually going to not only have these strips across the page, but I'm also going to layer up some more on top of it because I am a more is more kind of gal most of the time, and I just figured that that would work. Now, these strips that I cut down were originally 12-inch strips, so I'm just trimming them down a little bit so that I kind of have a bouncy border at the top and also at the bottom. Now, this is where I decide to start layering them up, so I'm going to keep on doing that. I do make sure my airplanes are flying up. We don't want our airplanes flying down. That could be bad. So I am making sure that my airplanes fly up. Now, this red ATG gives me trouble. It is the oldest ATG. I do have two of them because, you know, why have one when you could have two? No, it's not like that. It is because of my husband. He saw the pink one. He was like, yeah, Sandy needs a pink one in her life as well, and he bought it for me for a gift. I don't remember if it was Christmas, birthday, something like that. But I do have to tell you, having two ATGs is amazing. You don't have to change out your glue that often, like your tape that often, but even just having two of them, you just toss it to the side and then you refill both at the same time. So anyway, works for me. So I am going to go ahead and keep on layering up some of these strips. So I do cover up some of the gaps. I am okay with that. It doesn't bother me that some of the papers have gaps and some of them don't. Like it's just not something I'm stressing out about. If you, if this would stress you out, then if you want to scrap lift this kind of layout idea, you should probably scrap lift Janet instead of the scrap lift of my scrap lift, because I do enjoy the overlap. So these photos are from Soarin', and this is the Soarin' in California. And I have to say that I absolutely adore this ride. There is just something so beautiful and so freeing about flying. You know, I never thought I was going to enjoy flying. I had flown once before I met my husband, and that was to go check out a college, and I was terrified. It was my first flight, and I just was terrified. But, you know, I met my husband. His basically his life is airplanes, and I just love to fly. Small aircraft, big aircraft, it doesn't matter. It's just a beautiful feeling. If I could have one superpower, it would probably be to fly. That would be amazing. And then, of course, my daughter has also picked up the whole airplane love as she is getting her pilot's license. So yeah, flying is just there for our family. And even when it comes down to a scrapbook layout about a flight simulator ride, there we go. I did go ahead and trim that pink piece of paper and bring it down farther into the bottom just so you could see it a little bit more. And now I've got to figure out what in the heck I'm doing for a title. So while I am looking through my little bin where I keep kind of transportation-y, aviation type things, go ahead and make sure that you check out all the links down below. Everybody is super excited that Janet hit 1,000 subscribers, and she is amazing. She's Galaxy Girl Creations here on YouTube if you haven't discovered her yet. She has a great style, and she is just a really fun gal. I've met Janet in person a couple times now. We've gone on retreats together. We went to a scrapbook store crop together. Like, she's just a really, really fun gal. So I decided to go with this flight attendant, kind of like holding her arms out, because I figured that's where my title's going to go. And now I am going to go ahead and figure out where I can tuck in little bits of fun. Because, like I said, this is definitely a more is more kind of layout. There's all kinds of patterns. There's all kinds of colors. And, you know, a lot of the times you just start working with stuff and you're like, I'm not sure if this is going to work. Like, I'm not sure if these colors are going to coordinate. It's just like a, is this going to work type thing. And sorry, I'm cutting up some things while I'm talking to you guys. It's just a matter of, is this going to work or not type thing. And sometimes it doesn't, but most of the times it does. Like, just trust yourself, trust your instincts, like, of what you think might work together, because it's just paper. If it doesn't work, you can always pull it up and try again, right? It's more, to me, it's more fun to just play and experiment and have a great time with your supplies than hoarding them and keeping them off to the side and being scared to use them. And then they just sit there. And then, you know, you might even end up resenting your supplies. And that is not something I ever want to do, is resent my supplies. What I'm doing right now is resenting the mess that I have going on in this place. And I'm kind of cleaning up while I'm talking to you. So if you hear supplies in the background, that is the reason why. I've always been a squirrel type person where I usually have 6 or 7 things going on at one time. And that is kind of what makes me happy. I can't just sit and watch television, which is weird to say, but I can't just sit and watch television. I have to be doing something else. So whether I'm on the computer, on my phone, reading a book, coloring, something, there's just something in me that I just can't do one thing at once. My husband thinks I might have a little touch of ADD, but I just told him all the smart people are like that. So there we go. Yes, I just called myself smart, and that's okay. Like, if you are smart, then own it. Don't try to play it down. I mean, you would never know probably from just chatting with me and listening to my videos and my rants and my raves and my all over the place moments, but I'm a genius, you guys, like, seriously. So there we go. I'll probably get a bunch of likes or dislikes on this video since I said that, but that's okay. It doesn't bother me. Fun fact, when you dislike a video, see, I'm on a squirrel moment right now. When you dislike a video, it's still engagement for the channel. So the worst thing you could do for a YouTuber is to just not engage at all with their channel. But even dislikes, it's engagement for your channel. And that's just the way it is. Now, I do believe I am just about finished with this layout. I need to wrap up some title, add a little bit of journaling, but after that, we're going to be finished. So these are some really old Jelly Bean Soup chipboard letters, and I decide to make my title fly together, because really that's what you're doing. You're flying in a kind of like what are they called? Hang gliders, kind of a hang glider type thing. And if you get the middle section on Soarin' and you get the full effect, you can kind of, if you're on the A or C areas, you can kind of block out and kind of tunnel vision. But if you're in the middle area, it's easier to do that, and it really feels like you're flying. It is so amazing, you guys. You see when you're like flying over mountains and things like that, people lifting up their legs because they don't want to hit what is underneath of them. It's so amazing. But if you really want to have a flying experience, you need to get to Animal Kingdom for the Pandora ride, because that is amazing. The first time I ever rode it, I cried. Like, it was such an emotional, exhilarating experience for me that I cried. I am going to journal about how it does feel like you're flying on Soarin', and how much we love it as a family. And then that is going to do it for this layout. So my layout's kind of a hodgepodge of all different styles, colors, and thoughts and feelings. And I guess my voiceover was a hodgepodge today too. Please, guys, make sure that you check out all the links down below. Head on over to Janet's channel. Give her some love and some congratulations for hitting 1,000 subscribers. It really is. Every milestone moment is just a little piece of joy. So make sure that you can head over and share that with her. If you have any questions, leave them down below. If you have any comments, leave them down below too. I'd love to chat with you. So there it is, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for joining, and I will see you again real soon for another video.